Hello. Okay, so I'm making a video on Whole Foods and versus Trader Joe's. Um, so a little background on both. Whole Foods is more of an all organic approach, where Trader Joe's is more of a premium product at a low price. Um, Whole Foods is all about the no preservatives or artificial flavorings and the no growth hormones in their meat or antibiotics or anything like that. Where Trader Joe's is more of we're gonna get you a good product at a good price. I mean, they still care somewhat about organic products, but they're more lenient. So I am siding with th- with the distribution model of Trader Joe's, and I have 3 points why. And the first point for me is that Trader Joe's selects its suppliers based on performance and price, where uh, Whole Foods is basically on their regulations of no GMOs, no whatever. So Trader Joe's selects its suppliers, and it doesn't have as many suppliers. It's a smaller store, smaller area in the store, so they hold a lot less SKUs than a bigger store. And the reason why Trader Joe's, in my mind, is a better distribution model here is because they're getting um, they're getting the best products for the best price, regardless of if it's organic or not. Whereas Whole Foods, they might have a product that costs way more, but it might be organic. Um, so basically, it's just more appealing, I feel, as a customer to go to Trader Joe's there. So the second point that I have is that Trader Joe's has a larger multi-channel distribution system in place. Um, so basically, it cuts the middleman and buys the food directly from the supplier, whereas Whole Food has a smaller line of their products than Trader Joe's does. So Trader Joe's makes a lot of their own products, and that allows them to select their suppliers a lot. They'll be a lot more choosy, so they get to really choose the best suppliers for them. Whereas Whole Foods is still worried about this no GMO, whatever, and they don't have as big of a product line as Trader Joe's has. So Whole Foods is more, um, they have more suppliers, and so they really have less of a omni-channel. So what I mean by that, or multi-channel, what I mean by that is Trader Joe's has they create a lot of their own products, so it will go from the really the retailer just to the customer because they're creating their own, or the producer to the customer, whereas Whole Foods has more of the supplier to the middleman to the retailer to the customer, and that's their big approach. Whereas Trader Joe's has the create your own, they create their own brand while they also do suppliers. So this is another good thing for Trader Joe's, I believe, because it kind of just branches out their distribution system a little bit more. Um, and then lastly, or my third point, is that Trader Joe's doesn't disclose their suppliers to the customer, whereas Whole Foods does. And you can see this on Whole Foods website. They have every single supplier. You just type in your state and you can see the suppliers for their food. And a good thing about this for Trader Joe's is that when they don't disclose it, is they can really look for the best price. They can say we want this, and then they'll get offers from different suppliers, and they can choose a supplier based on price, but also based on how quality it is as well. So you really know as a customer that you're getting a lower price than Whole Foods, where they do disclose their suppliers, but some of them might be a little bit more expensive. Um, you know, with the list online, there's just so many of them. And obviously, if you do go into a Trader Joe's versus a Whole Foods, you will see that Whole Foods is quite a bit more expensive. I've walked into both before, and Whole Foods is they always have that approach, the all organic approach, whereas Trader Joe's is more focused on the customer and focused on getting them a good price. So that is my argument for why Trader Joe's distribution system is a little bit better than Whole Foods.